Okay, we are back. Now, let me tell you about this lady. My first guest apparently caused quite a stir in her hometown over her water bill. Found out she and her sister have been overpaying and complaining about it for about 23 years. And finally, about 2 months ago, City Hall gave her a refund. She's from Statham, Georgia. Will you welcome Carolyn Freeman? How are you, Miss Freeman? Nice to see you. Can I call you Carolyn? Is that all right?
Sure.
Good. It's nice to have you here tonight. You're from, Georgia?
Statham, Georgia.
Statham, Georgia. Now, somebody told me this was your very first flight on an airplane ever, right?
Yes, sir. Sure was.
Well, tell me about it. How was it? How'd you like it?
It was wonderful.
Yeah?
We had smooth sailing all the way. It was real good.
Yeah?
Enjoyed it every minute.
You did, huh?
Yeah, sure
Did you have a movie or anything? No movie on the
I
front.
could see it, but I couldn't hear it.
You couldn't hear it?
No.
Oh, that's too bad. Yeah. Was the food good?
Oh, it was delicious.
You're kidding.
I'd get too fat if I flew much because it was so good. I ate every bit of it.
The food was good?
Yeah, it was good. It was delicious. I didn't know what part of it was, but I enjoyed it.
Well, that's one of the best-kept secrets of the airline. We never know exactly where they get it or whatever it is, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. So, you got into Los Angeles. Now, L.A. International Airport is kind of intimidating. It's big and it's very busy and lots of planes.
You can say that again. We had to walk a mighty long way.
Yeah. They do that, don't they?
Yeah, they sure do.
Do you have any problem with luggage? They didn't lose it?
No, they didn't lose it.
Yeah. We had somebody meet you, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And chauffeur met us. He didn't have a sign like they told us we would find.
Oh, yeah, they're supposed to. Usually if somebody's picking somebody at the airport, they hold up a sign.
Well, he didn't have no sign. He asked me to let him take my suitcase.
Well, how'd you know who he was?
And I didn't know whether to let him have it or not.
He thought he knew you and just walked up and says, give me your bag?
He must have did.
Yeah.
And he said, I'll be glad to carry it for you. So, well, he must work here, so I let him have it back. He said, is somebody gonna meet you? I said, a chauffeur's supposed to meet us, but I don't see no sign.
Yeah.
He laughed. He said, well, I'm the chauffeur that's supposed to meet you, and I didn't have no sign.
Yeah.
So he said, go out there at the loading zone. I'll go get the limousine, and I'll come by and pick you up.
And you still didn't know for sure, huh?
I didn't know for sure, but he had my luggage.
Yeah. But everything worked out all right.
He stayed, and he stayed.
Yeah.
Miss Hutchins was with me. She
Well,
began to get worried. She
yeah.
said, that man's done took our drawers and left.
Well, if there's one place you need your drawers, it's here in this town. But you got your luggage and your drawers are safe and everything. Okay.
He finally come back.
Well, I'm
and he
glad
said he had to walk a mile before he got to the limousine, so that was what took him so long.
Okay. We're going to cut away here, do a commercial, come back, and then we'll talk some more. Okay? Stay where you are. Well, we're back. Thank you. We're talking with Carolyn Freeman from... What do you think of that music? You like that kind of music?
It's pretty.
Good. You're from Statham, Georgia.
Yeah.
How big a place was Statham?
Just a wide spot in the road.
Your white spot in the road? Yeah. Not too big, huh?
Not too big.
Now, you've been retired for a few years, right?
It's supposed to be. I'm still working part-time.
Yeah. Now, let me explain what happened here. Briefly. Apparently, your neighbor's water pipes were hooked up to your meter, but you couldn't prove it, right? And you tried to cut down on your water bill.
Yeah, they call me that crazy woman in Statham. I saved the rainwater and used it, and so I could pay my neighbor's water bill.
But you didn't know that the neighbor's pipes were. You thought so, huh?
We thought so. And when nobody was living out there,
Yeah.
we used around 300 gallons, and the minimum is 3,000. And when anybody move in, then the water bill start going up again.
If there's nobody...
So we figured that it had to be going out there.
Yeah.
Or else it wouldn't drop down when there was nobody out there and then shoot back up when there's somebody living in the
What was
house.
your water bill normally would be?
Well, it fluctuated according to what they paid.
Yeah.
I mean, what they used.
What they used.
And it'd go anywhere from 26, 46, over 50.
Yeah.
We wasn't using any but just a little to drink,
Yeah.
take a sponge bath, and
So you were
a
trying
little
to
bit of cooking.
you were trying to save water.
We were trying to save it so we could get up money to pay the bill, and they didn't try to save out there.
What did you finally do? I understand you went to see the mayor yourself?
Well, we kept trying to get something done about it, and we couldn't get anything done about it, and the neighbors got to feeling sorry for us, and so with the help of the good Lord and the neighbors,
Yeah.
we finally got a new meter in, and I cut the water off, and
Yeah.
they couldn't get no water.
You mean as soon as you cut a new meter, you cut the neighbors off? And they'd been using your water all this year, and you...
Yeah.
How much were they paying anything at all in their bill?
They was paying for it, and we was paying too. They was getting paid twice for it.
I see. So you went to the mayor and you found out that and this has been going how many years?
23.
23 years?
Yeah.
Now, what did the city do when you found out that...
Well, they started to checking the records. They said there's 41 months there's no record of.
Yeah.
And they finally reimbursed us $767. That included the interest and all.
You got interest out of the city too, huh?
Uh,
How did the mayor take this? How do they treat you down in Statham now that you made
well,
this
he
move?
didn't want to give us that much.
Oh, they didn't?
He just wanted to pay us for 3 years. That was $280, and
Yeah.
part of the time nobody was living out there.
Yeah.
So the lawyer told him that I had to go back farther than that.
Yeah.
Said we could sue them all if they didn't go back farther than that. So,
You had a good lawyer, huh?
yeah, thank goodness the city lawyer was a good man.
Yeah. So
He
you
told
sued
me
him?
he had to pay us back for the 23 months.
Yeah, so you got the $800. Are you happy now?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they wrote this up in the press, I understand, in Statham.
Yeah, it started in Winder and Athens, and from that it went all over the United States, and
Yeah.
we've heard in 2 foreign countries.
Well,
that
sometimes
it's
you got,
all
if they say you... Sometimes they say you can't fight City Hall, and you did it. Now, after you won this, what's the first thing you did after you won all this money?
Well, we put it in the bank.
Yeah.
We're going to let it draw interest for about a year so we can buy us a new stove and a Frigidaire because they're about to give out.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to use it for.
Your stove and freezer's about to give out, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're
Wait.
going to use it for that.
Well, it's nice to have you here.
Well, I've certainly
You said this, you told me a
enjoyed-
moment ago, this was the first vacation you've ever had?
Yeah. I'm the youngest child in the family, and we've had a lot of sickness, and I've been taking care of the sick ones in the family. And
Yeah.
I'm the nurse for the family.
You are, huh? How many in the family?
Well, right now, we're down to 3, just my sister and my daughter and myself.
And you live together?
Yeah, and my daughter is paralyzed on the right
Oh.
side, and
And you really need a new stove and what? What do you need?
Frigidaire.
Hell, I'll buy them for you. Would you let me? I'll buy them for you. Yeah. You gotta have it. Okay? You take it from me? All right. You keep, tell you what. You keep that $800 in the bank and let it draw that big interest, and I'll buy you the freezer and the stove. Okay?
Well, thank you a lot.
It's nice to have you here.
Well, it certainly was.
Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you, darling. Thanks for coming. I'll see you soon. Take care. First vacation. Lady, she said,
Unbelievable.
she was telling me during the commercial, she says, you know, this is the first vacation I ever had.
Oh.
Never been anyplace. She's a sweet
That's
lady.
wonderful.
Okay, we'll be back. Mr. Burt Reynolds is here with us. He'll be out in a moment.